Hey there, friends. Today I got an interesting little thing here to show y'all. I picked up this old Harmony guitar from a friend of mine, and I'm doing some repairs on it. And I don't know if you can see that on there. It don't look too familiar to me. I'm thinking it was probably I'm thinking it was a student level, maybe a beginner level guitar, and it has no truss rod in it. It was made in Chicago, Illinois. It says it was handcrafted. It's got a serial number in there, and one of the biggest issues was the action was incredibly high. And the guy wanted to see if we could bring that down. Now, without a truss rod, I kind of figured that that was going to be a bit of a problem. So the neck has an inordinate amount of relief in it. So about the only way that I told this fella that we could probably get any gain on the action was to shave the nut down and the saddle, which is tricky because then you're messing around with intonation issues and things like that. So when I played the guitar, actually, even though it was a cheese grater on the fingers, it seemed to be pretty true in tone, and the intonation was, I ain't gonna say spot on, but it was there. So I said, well, I'll take it home and I'll see what I can do. Ain't no sense trying to warp a neck like this back because it's going to go right back to where it wants to anyway, from what I found out. But the neck seems okay other than just the wicked relief that's happening in here. I don't know if anybody's ever had one of these, knows more about it. So what I did was I took out the original bridge that was in it, and I made a copy, a bone copy, exactly the same as all the contours of that bridge, the angles, and I shortened the height about as short as I could go. I actually made two of them. One of them was too short and it buzzed like crazy, so that one kind of got recycled. But on this one here, which was a copy, I actually added a little more of a surface to it to try to get maybe a better string response and maybe a better sustain out of each individual string, which I think worked. I mean, it seems to feel a little bit better. The action is, I might have brought the action down a 1/16 and a half if I'm lucky. I didn't gain a whole shitload out of that, but I did gain some. But I gained a better feel and an overall better sound. The nut, I'd shaved a little bit off of that, and then I ended up having to reshim that because it just wasn't that wasn't the issue. But overall, I just figured I'd show you guys this guitar and give you a little sound test. It's kind of hard keeping it in tune because of these tuners. And these strings are totally shot. I would have thrown a set of strings on it, but I didn't have any around, so and if you move up with the capo, it gets a little more interesting. You can it's got, if you don't mind pushing down and, a little bit, it's got real thin strings on here. I'm almost guessing these things, if they're not an 11, I almost feel like 10s. I don't know what the hell they are here. Which may pose a problem if I put a thicker gauge string, if I was to move it up to it. These are in fact, I haven't put any gauge on them yet, but if they are in fact 11s. I don't think they are. I think these are 10s. But if you move it up to 11, maybe able to file the nut slots so that the 11s will sit down at the same distance, maybe even a little more off the bridge. But I don't think I'd gain any more action than what it's already got. But it's not a bad sounding guitar. I mean, it's for all. I mean, it's got badly out of tune. It's kind of hard to keep it in tune. These strings being as old as they are and having the tension taken off of them a bunch of times. But I just figured I'd show this guitar, this old Harmony. It looks like the body's pretty much, the body and neck looks like it's all maple. I'm sure it's a plywood top on it, but it's real pretty. One of the things that amazed me was I don't know if the camera's catching that, but the thickness of that pick guard. You know, I mean, I have no idea what age this is. If anybody does know what age it is, feel free to shoot a comment on what you think it might be. But anyways, yeah, that's that. For all you Harmony guitar fans, it is an old Harmony. And it's in pretty good shape, regardless of what the quality or level instrument it is. And just trying to keep all instruments up and running and back to life so people can play them. Peace.